Hello, everyone. Kyle and I are here at the big game. We're going to discuss 2017. Hopes and dreams for 2018. Kyle, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
What are you laughing about? What's funny?
I don't want to give it away. We're not at a big game. There's some kid just skateboarding in the dirt out there.
That's all that we can see, yep.
We're at a baseball field and some kid brought a skateboard. All right.
Why am I micing you? You're holding a mic.
I'm good. I got my mic.
Yeah. So 2017. What?
You know what? This you need a shot of. Also on the fence for this baseball field is a sign that says no golfing. Do you see? Look, no golfing.
Oh, yeah. Remind me later.
All right, we'll get the shot because that's unreal.
We're going to forget. I'll just get it right now.
Okay.
Stall for time while I'm getting this.
So the year 2017 was a big change for me. I've lived many years, 31 in fact, and in this particular year...
You're only 31?
Yeah.
I always forget that I'm older than you.
By how many?
I'm 32.
1, right? Yeah.
I'll be 33 in February.
I'll be 32 in February.
Your birthday's in February?
It's in January.
Oh. But you will be 32 in February.
Yeah.
There's a man in a blue patterned suit over there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, is this like a weird town?
We're in like a pretty weird spot. Something bad's going to happen to us while we're doing this. We're going to get arrested. We're going to get accosted by a weird suit man.
I think of us all as the same age.
Yeah, I always do too.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Except for Blood.
No, Blood's the same age.
Is he
too.
older than us?
He is.
Anyway, was 2017 really a weird year for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a weird year for all. I mean, we're not going to get into, like, the year.
Oh, I thought that we were. So politics are out the window?
Do you want to talk politics? Basically,
No.
2017 was a train wreck. And now the internet just got net neutrality. Also, we're filming this 2 weeks ago, if you're watching this the day it came out.
Yes.
So if something bonkers happened...
Yep.
We don't know.
It's not
Well,
gonna
I
be part
know
of our-
about it,
yeah.
but I promised the Midnight Gods I would never discuss my foresight. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we can't talk
I'm in the
about
dark.
that stuff.
Yeah, you can't tell me a thing.
Kyle doesn't know anything about it, so I can't tell him. Now there's just like 3 ravens.
Is it you who told me ravens are smart?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know that. I have that knowledge myself, so I could have told you that.
Because I thought all birds are dumb, so
no,
it's pretty
birds
cool.
are actually pretty smart.
Because of bird brain, you know, the phrase. They have small little brains.
Yeah. Perhaps people think that they're dumb just because they have like a one-track mind, kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, you told me they have memories of faces, and they know who's nice to them and who's mean to them.
Yeah, and ravens use like crows and ravens or whatever. They'll like put stuff in the road to like have cars crack nuts for them and stuff. They like use tools. They like think about it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's incredible. Birds are awesome. I hit rolling on this thing, right? Yeah. Yeah. So we don't want to talk about politics.
Okay.
Probably, right?
Yeah,
People don't want to know what. Look, we're not about it.
We're not about it, right?
We're not about it.
That's your opening, your very first episode.
Yeah.
What if we didn't
We're
talk
not
about
about
politics?
it, and we're not into it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. But I guess just like outside of the talk about politics, 2017 was just a weird... I had a bunch of weird realizations. I think we were all forced to. And, you know, lots of weird stuff happened. It's been a weird year.
It has been a weird year. But a pretty great year for video games.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because it's like a terrible year in almost every respect except for video games.
Mm-hmm.
Video games this year have been like the last bastion of hope that we've had.
Yeah.
Movies have been okay. Neither of us has seen Star Wars yet.
Yeah.
Get Out was really good.
Yep.
Probably some other ones. You know.
Really? You love movies and you can only think of 2?
I mean, I loved a lot of movies this year.
Like Lady Bird, I bet you saw.
Lady Bird was really good. I love Lady Bird. Thelma was good. Didn't like Guardians 2. Was that this year? Thor was really good.
Yeah.
Blade Runner I really loved.
Okay. Here we
so
go.
Yeah, movies were
here
good.
We go.
Movies were good.
Movies are
Stranger
good.
Things Season 2 I liked more than Season 1.
It's finding its own identity.
It's finding its identity. It's not leaning so much on nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
You need a permit to use this field, I see, on this sign. That's cool. You have to see the director for information. I wonder if that guy in the blue pattern suit was a director. He let himself into some giant shipping container over there filled with, I assume, like, park stuff?
Yeah.
Balls and stuff?
He's up to something.
He is up to something. He's in there.
We're not making that up,
We're not making this up. He's wearing, like, a full, like, 3-piece blue suit with, like, I don't know, Frosty the Snowman pattern or something on it.
Yeah.
Couldn't exactly say what it was, but he's in there. He's been inside a shipping container now for about 3 minutes. Oh, I just saw his arm. Anyway, we can't shoot any of that, so you can't verify this.
He's a private citizen.
He's a private citizen.
He doesn't need us doing that to him.
Yeah. Anyway, video games.
Yeah.
Let's just get into it.
Sure.
What was your favorite video game?
This is a complicated question.
Yeah.
Because I think it's Zelda.
Yeah?
Yep.
So I know for a while you were on the Mario train.
Yeah.
And now you're back on the Zelda train.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very smart move as far as Game of the Year considerations, which we have not discussed yet. We're doing that in January this year.
Yeah, it's in January.
So we don't know what our winner is. We don't know anything about that yet. But I do think it was a very smart move on Nintendo's part to put out this DLC this year, at the end of this year, to get Zelda back in people's minds.
I hate it.
You know?
Yeah, no, I hate this DLC.
Like, if I'm thinking about the strategy, though.
Yeah.
Wait, you hate the DLC like you don't like it.
Yes.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this,
Sure.
actually. Have you finished it?
No, I'm halfway through it.
Okay. Which half? Like, how much of it have you done?
I'm not going to get specific.
All right.
But here's specifically what I dislike about it. This game, Breath of the Wild, about exploration, about doing anything you want in any order. This just puts points on a map and tells you to go to these points and do a thing.
Yeah.
Not
8
about
times.
that. Yeah.
Well, no. 1, 2, 3, 4.
12 times.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times.
What? Why are you still counting?
Yeah.
Oh.
21 times.
Oh.
22 if you count the very first thing it tells you to do.
Ugh.
So you haven't gotten to the second part of it.
I guess not.
Have you gone? Are you off the plateau?
Yeah, I'm off the plateau.
There are 3 of those per each 4 of those.
Yeah. So I'm halfway through those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what those lead to.
Yeah.
That was the thing that was the bummer of me is I don't like repeated content.
Yes.
So that I didn't love, but
Right.
I don't know. It's cool to just have more stuff to do.
Yeah.
I went in, did it in like 2 sittings, and then it was done.
None of it's real, though, you know?
Well, what is real, you know? Nothing.
Zelda. The game was real before that, and then
True.
they added things to it that aren't real.
I liked the
So you know what?
cutscenes.
Mario.
Mario's your
You know
favorite
what?
now?
Yeah,
I just
Mario.
talked you out of Zelda?
Talk me out of it.
Oh, man.
It's Mario now.
Oh, man.
Super Mario Odyssey, Game of the Year.
Dude, the Game of the Year discussions are going to be insane.
Yeah. Yes.
Speaking of children, I don't know, the mics are probably not picking this up, but like, there are kids over there that are maybe like 9, and they are just dropping the F-bomb over and over and over again.
Oh, I wasn't picking up on that.
It's pretty funny. People are all like, think of the children. And I'm like, the children are swearing more than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Those little bastards swear like a storm.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. They're just sounds that the mouth makes.
They're not using it in a hateful way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference.
That's the difference.
If you're saying things to hurt someone, that's
Yeah.
bad.
Yes.
If you're just saying things,
Just feels good.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
I mean, that's not entirely true. There can be hurtful things that you say that are hurtful regardless. Like
Yes.
slurs, racial
you're right.
slurs,
You're
and
right.
things like that.
Okay, fair enough.
Bigotry is bigotry, but yeah, whatever. We're not talking about politics. We're talking about Zelda and why Kyle hates it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with you hating it. I like Mario as well.
How do you tell someone who loves Persona 5 that Persona 5 isn't good? How do you do it?
You just don't. Let people think what they want.
Thing is, ooh. That's for us.
Is that for us?
No. I like Persona 5. I played a bunch of it.
Legit for a second, I thought that was for us.
Why?
I don't know.
They wouldn't sound
We
siren.
don't have permits.
They wouldn't
though.
do the siren.
Yeah.
I think the general law, the way this works, is that this is illegal, but like,
They've
if
got bigger fish to fry.
it's when you're obstructing somebody
Right,
is when they
right,
like
right,
when you
right,
get
right,
arrested.
right. Like, you need a permit to play baseball on a baseball diamond.
Yes. Like, we should not be shooting.
We should not be shooting here.
Yeah.
Or at all, ever. In public.
Yep.
Whatever. But what were you talking about Persona 5? How do you tell someone that you hate Persona 5 because you're a bad person?
Yeah.
You just don't. You let people think what they want.
Sure.
What do you care if they like it and you don't?
It's when it's a debate. It's when you have to.
Well,
it's
in
when
the
you're
goaties, you could say, I don't find this game to be great.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. It probably won't have the numbers, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Like, in my mind, spoiler alert, but I think it's like pretty clear to everyone, this is a Zelda v Mario goatee fight.
Yes. And that's the thing, is it bores everyone. If we give it to Zelda, that's boring.
Or even the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually kind of surprised that it seemed kind of almost cut and dried for them, too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not exciting, but like, I don't know, man. This is a game, this is a year that has like 6 goatees in it. If they had all come out in separate years instead of up against each other, they would have all won. Persona would have won a different year. Zelda, Mario,
all of them
Horizon.
would have beaten The Last Guardian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am still angry about this.
In 2017.
I am holding on to it.
2017 year in review, still mad about Last Guardian.
About Last Guardian winning. And look, I just didn't like it. Whatever. See, it's fine.
Yeah.
You all did.
Mm-hmm.
And voting doesn't always go your way. We're not talking about politics.
No. No, we're not. No interest.
No interest. Honestly, I'm tired of it. You know, you can only be beaten in the face so long until you just kind of take it.
That's kind of the point, isn't it?
Yeah, because you pass out eventually.
That's sort of the motive.
That's kind of the plan, I think. Yeah. But we're not talking about politics.
Okay, all right.
We're talking about how The Last Guardian is trash.
I'll tell you one thing. Maybe because, I won't be on Frame Trap for a while. This will be my opportunity to talk about this.
Yeah, talk about it.
I don't like Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Whoa.
I think it's part of what drove me to bring it to Hall of Greats, actually. To bring old Pokemon to the Hall of Greats. I hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I was in a lab. I was in a science lab where they research dimensions, and the scientist was telling me about Ultra Holes. And I just checked. I closed it. I closed the 3DS, and I said, I don't like this game.
So wait, did you... Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is the new one that is like the new version?
But Ultra Holes were in the game that was released a year ago. And so I was watching this cutscene again. Basically, so much of it is repeated. Yeah, they just want you to replay through so much of this game a year later. And the story is just dumb. It's just dumb.
That's the thing I've never quite understood about Pokemon, because it always comes out... It's always 2 games at once, but it's basically the same game. It's the same story, just with different Pokemon, right?
Yes. Yep.
And now I don't know how many times they've done this, but every year after the games come out, after the 2 games come out, the year after that, they put out the same game again, just with like 5 extra Pokemon in it. Like, so from an outsider's perspective, I've never played any of these Pokemon games except for Pokemon Go, I guess.
Yeah.
That is a scam. That is a money-making scam across the board. So no part of that sounds like it's fair to the consumer or good.
So yeah, it was my memory of it always being a year later too, but I got corrected on this. It's actually normally 2 years.
Okay.
And so it's pretty rare for them for 1 year later for them to put out the same game. And this year I learned why. It's like 1 year is not enough.
Right. Because it's still too fresh.
It's too fresh. And so it's so stale to play through everything again a year later.
But what is added, like usually? Because is it just playing the game again?
It's mostly playing the game again. And then this year, like, people are like, no, they added more than ever. You can surf on a Mantine.
This is all very strange to me.
It's so strange. It sucks. So yeah, I actively dislike this game. I love Pokemon. Care about them.
Did you love Sun and Moon when it came out?
I liked it. I think we ended up nominating it for Game of the Year.
Okay.
And I didn't believe in it.
I think I remember that. Like, we were like, Kyle, do you want to defend Pokemon? And you were like, yeah.
Yeah. I think I said no, but then I think I still wrote the entry for it or something.
Yeah.
It sucked. Yeah, they're just like bad games. They're bad games that are held
Sun
up.
and Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Pokemon games.
Oh.
They're bad games that are lifted up because there are Pokemon in them.
Just because they've been around for so long, you think?
No, there's just, I think, innate joy to Pokemon. To raising Pokemon and traveling with Pokemon.
Sure.
that whatever stupid story they put around it is fine. You deal with it
really matter,
because you enjoy Pokemon so much.
because it's got all the things that people like to do. You collect things and you raise them.
Yeah.
That's basically what living is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still got that, and so you excuse the dumb stuff.
That's pretty intense, though.
Yeah.
That you just, like, hate that game.
Hate that game.
So what games do you like, though? What other games besides Zelda and Mario? What did you like this year?
I like. Well, shoot. This is kind of retreading Huber's show, where we talked about what we like through half the year, because I talked about Night in the Woods and Edith Finch.
Sure.
And I don't think I've liked any game more than that since.
Edith Finch. I haven't finished
Mario.
Night in the Woods yet. I need to do that.
Yeah.
Edith Finch is so good.
Yeah, that's a very good video game.
Like the canning scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the cannery or whatever, the fish.
Yeah.
Fishery. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? Like we did that at halftime, at the halfway through the year, and it's just like I don't want to spoil this for you. You got to walk into Edith Finch blind.
Yeah.
You're running out of time to walk into it blind.
Right.
No, you're not running out of time. I'm starting to believe you never will at this point.
You're just not going to play it. Like, if you want to play it, you should play it.
Yes.
It's probably on sale. In fact, actually, right now, Gorogoa just came out, which is also Annapurna, and I think you can get them both for cheap.
Wow. What is Gorogoa?
Gorogoa, I just played twice in a live stream last night when I'm shooting this, which is 2 weeks ago for you. Great game. So good. Hand-drawn, I believe, by pencil. One person. Worked on it for like 7 years.
Whoa.
Jason Roberts, I want to say is his name. Something like that. Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful game. Puzzles, there are 4 frames, and you like move them around, and the nature of reality just keeps changing. It is very, very cool.
Can you imagine spending 7 years on a game that somebody beats twice in 2 hours?
Yes, if it's this game.
Okay.
Because everything, it's like painstaking. The visuals and the puzzles and stuff in it are very crazy.
All right.
But yeah, like the second playthrough, I didn't time it, but the second playthrough might have been like 20 minutes.
Dang.
30
Does it have
maybe.
alternate endings?
I'm not sure. I got the same ending both times.
Oh, okay.
But I did the same things the second time, so.
Why? Why did you do it a second time?
I don't know. I didn't feel like stopping the stream, and so I just kept playing it.
That's fun.
And the game starts itself over, kind of, so.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and then I played Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy some. Got up pretty far, and then I stopped, because last time I got there, I screwed up and fell all the way to the start, so I was like, I'm just going to stop while I'm ahead.
Wait, did you suspend the game? Like you can pick up there again?
If you quit the game, it starts
auto saves.
It starts where you were.
Okay.
Which is nice, because at first I thought it didn't do that.
Yeah. I think he tells you. He promises you even.
He's like, I'll save your progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2017. What about 2018? What's coming out?
Spider-Man.
Why are you so excited for real? I'm not trying to troll you.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to me, because that game seems like you are the most excited for Spider-Man.
Yeah, I am.
Don't really know why.
I like Spider-Man a lot. I like swinging.
Yeah. So you liked the old Spider-Man 2 game, the good one, whatever?
No, I didn't even like that one. Well,
really?
I don't think I owned it.
There's like one good one, though.
Yeah. That's Jones's favorite.
Is that 2?
I like the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man games.
Oh.
I like that. That's a good balance.
Was there web slinging in that?
Yeah, there is web slinging in that.
Can you
and it's
swing
not
around?
open world. Yeah, but you can swing around. Big,
Okay.
There's some big, wide levels.
Are they 2D?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cool game. Spider-Man, PlayStation 1.
What?
PlayStation 1.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man on the PlayStation 1.
Like the Amazing Spider-Man movies starring Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I liked those movies because of how fun it is to watch Spider-Man swing through a city.
Sure. Did you like Homecoming?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
2017.
2017, Homecoming. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Homecoming came out. I liked that one a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I said this before, but I was really excited. I saw like a thing that was like all characters coming to Infinity War, and Ned was on there, the man in the chair. You know?
Yeah.
And I was legit excited about it.
Yeah, that's a good character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to write a superhero movie.
It seems very hard.
Yeah.
Or a Star Wars movie, for that matter. Which, again, we haven't seen yet.
That's easy.
Yeah. You think it's easy?
Yep.
I think it'd be hard.
All
that pressure?
Hire me.
All right, you heard it. Ryan Johnson for the next trilogy.
Don't worry
Get
about
Kyle
it. I got
Wasserman
that.
to write a
Yeah.
movie.
I already have it down.
He's got a draft. What would your Star Wars movie be about? Like, let's say you have to do a new trilogy.
Yeah.
Kind of carte blanche.
All right.
What's your Star Wars?
I'll tell you the only idea I have.
Uh-huh.
is just a cold window. I think that's just the craziest thing about space, is just having like a cold window. So we'll start there. It's just like that reality of it. Just like, oh, we're in space right now.
I mean, that is something that's kind of interesting that Star Wars never deals with, is like the realities of space travel.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Gravity or Solaris or Sunshine or any of these 2001 where it's like, hey, we're in space. This is hard.
Yeah.
Star Wars is just like, hey, these are planes, basically. They even fly like planes.
Yeah.
They do Kilogram turns like planes do.
Mm-hmm.
They dogfight like planes because it's basically just World War II, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just like think of how scary it is to fly in space and get shot at, you know?
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
Like
so,
anything hits that hull and you're like, game over.
Yeah. So that's what where we start.
That's very specific.
We'll work from there. You got to start with something specific.
You know, weirdly, I think that's kind of a good start.
Yeah.
Like, I can see the window freezing over, and then a camera pulls back, and then reveal some, like, female bounty hunter. Her ship's broken.
Yeah.
She's floating randomly in space and is picked up by, like, a ancient Star Destroyer that's been stolen by not rebels or the Empire, but this is, like, after this trilogy.
Yeah, we need another trilogy.
Yeah, this is 9, 10, and 11, right? No, wait. This is 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
This is 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you're someone you're a bounty hunter picked up by people who are in a salvaged Star Destroyer who are all basically just true neutral people. They don't want to be involved in any of this.
Yeah.
You know? They've got like a city on this Star Destroyer.
And I guess what's fun about writing the first is that you can just kind of, without the responsibility of figuring out how to wrap it all up, just toss in problems. You can throw problems in there. You can make it so bad.
Tell you one thing that ours wouldn't have.
Huh.
Another Death Star.
Yeah.
Nobody's blowing up a planet in this.
Yeah.
That technology is gone.
Yeah, I get that there's something kind of romantic about having a big weapon that's destructive in that way.
But it's like they always talk about in like film screenwriting stuff, and I've seen like videos talk about this online. I don't remember which, but I think they used the Dark Knight fairies as an example. I think it was one of those videos like, what, everything wrong with Batman versus Superman or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was talking about how, or everything Man of Steel, I think they were talking about, where it's like if the scale of a problem is so large that it's like planetary, you know, like an entire planet is in danger. The human mind can't wrap around that. You can't care.
True.
So basically, it's like you think that your stakes are super huge because it's planets at risk, but really the dramatic effect is less than if it's like 3 people.
We feel worse for Leia getting tortured.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like the fairies, they were like, that's probably about as big as you can go and have people still maybe care.
And I did not.
Oh, yeah.
They all could have sank.
I think that movie would be more powerful if one of the boats blew up. Like, obviously, the Joker, you blow up your own boat. Like, you're told that you're going to blow up the other boat, and, like, the civilians blow up themselves.
Yep.
Like, that's pretty much how it should have gone. But, like, it's also kind of obvious. I don't know. But, yeah. No Death Star. No Starkiller base.
Mm-hmm.
Just this city on an ancient Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
That's where it starts. That'd be cool. Like, it's like a Mos Eisley in space.
Yeah, and I think it'd be fun to... It'd be very fun if we live in a Jedi-controlled world.
Yeah.
So the light side is like spun the other way, and there's just too much light side out there.
The day after the revolution, the rebel becomes the conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Wait, is that a phrase?
That's an old quote.
Okay.
That I heard.
Yeah, so there's like this weird complacency of the Jedi and the light side.
Yeah.
And like you're kind of rooting for the Sith.
Yeah.
Because the weird thing is, we all don't like war, right? But in movies, we want war.
Yeah, you want conflict.
In video games, you want war.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see a bad guy, a charismatic bad guy. We like bad guys.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's so weird. I like to dwell on that. A lot of anime dwells on that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it's just like
the like kind of like voyeuristic glee that you get out of like violence and stuff.
Right. When the Gundams show up, it's like when you're most excited about this show.
Right.
But meanwhile, you're crossing your arms and saying, no, I'm a pacifist. I don't like war. But like you want to see the Gundams fight.
Or you play Wolfenstein and shoot a bunch of people. Like whatever. Yeah. It is a very funny thing. Like human beings, human beings are like fascinated with death to the extent that it is our entertainment and our greatest fear.
Yeah. So that's my Star Wars.
Yeah, I like that. Kind of our Star Wars now, though.
Okay, you're in.
I mean, that whole city on a Star Destroyer, that was my whole idea. You just had a cold window, Kyle.
True.
Let's face it.
Fair. Fair point.
Let's be real here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Video games, though. What else besides Spidey-Man?
Oh, for 2018?
Yeah. Like, what even is there? Shadows Die Twice, I want to figure out what the hell that is.
Yeah, and that's so cool. It's so cool for From Software to just be given money.
Yeah.
Hey, do what you want. You know, you like it when you see creators like that get funded. And so, yeah, From Software having creative freedom, I think is going to be pretty cool next year.
You don't have the scoop on that, right?
No, I do not.
Did you even know that was coming? Did you know there was a From Software before the Game Awards?
No.
Oh, my God.
Keeley said, look forward to it. He said, I got some things in there that will surprise you, Kyle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He calls me Bossman, though.
Yeah, he does call you Bossman. I was talking to him at PSX.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, hey, great show, you know? And he was like, yeah, it went well. We were just chatting about it. It was nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. He used to be our boss.
Yeah.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, it was weird because it was never officially announced.
Yeah.
And I think we should have. We should have advertised it harder. We should have said...
Yeah.
I think he was editor-in-chief, right?
Yeah,
he
was
came
like
in as editor-in-chief of Game Trailers
for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't want people to know.
Sure.
I don't know. It's interesting. What else is in 2018? I don't even know. We didn't prepare for this. We just like came to the park. You know?
So, on PlayStation, there's God of War.
Is it weird? Everyone's going to hate me for this. Is it weird that I just don't care?
Yeah, it's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Sell it to me.
So
I didn't play any of the. I mean, I played some of them for like a couple of minutes, and I was like, I'm just mashing buttons. This isn't fun for me.
Well, that's the thing is like Kratos. What's fun about God of War through the ages is Kratos' relevance in the general like atmosphere of video games.
Okay.
Because I think when he first appeared, he was a refreshing video game character because of how hateful he was.
Right.
It was in articles, it was interesting to them that there'd be a guy in a cage, and for you to solve the puzzle, you have to kill that guy in the cage, and then like something opens up or something like that. Or just that you had the freedom to just like murder people because you're such a mad guy. By God of War 2, by the end of that, that's like not cool anymore. And so in God of War 3, they had this weird thing where he was like over the top hateful, just like squashing a guy's head between doors. Like it was like too mean. It was like, I don't want to do these actions. Like he's like overly hateful. And so they like introduced a little girl for him to take care of to kind of soften him up. And it just didn't work in my opinion. So they're coming in.
It's such like an easy like.
Oh
fix.
yeah. It was like an easy dumb fix that seemed unmotivated, even in the context of the game. Just like, you need her anyway. So you're coming into God of War today, you know, post The Last of Us, post. I guess God of War 3 was after Uncharted 2. What it was. Before Uncharted 2 maybe, but anyway, like post Naughty Dog, we'll say. I think you have to do better with your story, and so the prospect of playing as Kratos again was unappealing to me before I saw that first reveal.
That trailer was or gameplay, I guess, demo was very good.
Yeah, and so what's really fun to me about coming into it is this idea that Kratos is still that character he was in those past games, like that continuity is still there, but he's changed, and I think the game's changed, and I don't think he's just going to be a one-note hateful man. And people are like, no, he had reason for his hate. He had to kill his own family. Like it was over the top, even
like
despite
a revenge
that
story, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think on Xbox we're going to see a new Halo game. I don't know if it'll be released next year.
I tell you what I'm really excited for is Sea of Thieves.
Hey, Sea of Thieves is 2018. Early, it's March.
Thieves.
Is it March 20th?
That sounds right.
I think that's its release date, yeah.
You can pre-order it. They're doing like alphas and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Man, that game looks cool.
All right, so you'll have to explain what makes that exciting to me.
Wait, you're not into it?
No.
Oh, man.
Because it's a multiplayer game.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
It's almost like a sim, I feel like. It's, you know, like you have to like lower the mainsail. You can change the angle of the sail. You can... you know, do all this stuff, piratey stuff. You have to like
No mini map.
Yeah, no mini map. You have to physically look at a map, look at the other map in your ship, and be like, okay, those islands look similar.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. They talked about in a video recently that you have to like. They've introduced their kind of like progression system. There are different. There's like the gold people, that want treasure. You know, they're like, hey, we heard a treasure's over here, go get it. There's the kind of like soul vendors who like want you to go kill these skeletons, whatever. They're just kind of excuses to go out and explore. But I think that this game, the fun is going to be largely generated by the antics that you and your friends get up to. So like,
this is where you're losing me.
No, but here's the thing. Like,
okay.
Like if you're by yourself, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because you have to run around, get the sail, steer the ship, lower the anchor, fire cannons, all this stuff. But if you're with your friends, everyone can do that on their own. It's sort of like Guns of Icarus, where you have one person flying the ship, one person shooting guns, or two people shooting guns, one person fixing things that are broken, and another person like, I don't know, lookout or something up on the mast. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for that. I think it's going to be super cool. And I think if we get all of us in there, it's going to be really funny and fun. Like Huber, like, you know he's going to like launch himself out of a cannon at the enemy ships and stuff and like miss, get eaten by a shark. It's going to be crazy.
Are you an extroverted person?
Me in general?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ambivert. I like switch around.
Okay.
Like if I'm around people I know, then yeah, I'm pretty extroverted.
Got it.
But like if I'm at a friend's party or something, like I was at the holiday party for the Museum of Jurassic Technology the other day, and I like didn't speak at all.
Whoa.
I didn't know anyone. I didn't talk. I was there for like 3 hours.
Why'd you stay for 3 hours?
Because it was fun. I was listening to people play piano and organ and cello and hanging out, looking at they have new exhibits open for the party. It's cool.
All right.
I did talk to the piano player about Satie. He was playing some Satie pieces that I really liked, and we talked about that.
What is Satie?
He's a composer.
Okay.
I think I say it right. I don't know. It's French.
The final words of our Star Wars movie.
Then you die.
Yeah, that's how it ends, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Star Wars. What's your favorite video game soundtrack of all time?
Oh, Zelda. Zelda's the only, like, when you say soundtrack, I think of music I'm willing to buy an album for and listen to in my car.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And even then, I really don't like to.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, if that's the metric, I think the only soundtrack I've, like, listened to in my car is Symphony of the Night.
Sure. That's a good pick.
I've, like, piped that in.
Yeah.
You know? Dang. What was your least favorite game of 2017? We never talk about stuff like that in Easy Allies.
Yeah, let's do it.
Most disappointing.
Yeah.
Dig in.
Let's dig in.
Get the claws out.
Well, we already hated on Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Sure.
Which ranks very highly for me.
Mm-hmm. Very high on the lows. Right.
Yeah, I feel like there were some games where we came into this year where like, oh, dude, that's gonna be a huge hit. I haven't played it. I guess Battlefront 2 was that for me.
Oh yeah.
I think I expected that to be really big.
Yeah, so did I. What you expect at the very least, and this is kind of the lesson of 2017 for me, I think, in a lot of ways.
All right.
You expect people to learn and grow and change, and they just don't.
But they do.
EA didn't.
They did.
Not really.
They pulled those microtransactions out for a limited time.
Well, that's also the lesson of 2017 is people don't change until they get caught, and they have to. You know?
Yeah.
Like, EA is like, I don't know.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. It's like a dude who's molesting a bunch of people.
Okay, right. EA is not like Kevin Spacey.
EA is not like Kevin Spacey.
EA is not like Kevin Spacey. I take that back.
Yeah. We're just trying to be dramatic.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get flamed on the comments. We're
just trying to get clicks here.
We're just trying to get clicks.
We do this for clicks.
We do all we care about is clicks.
We've optimized this video.
Yeah.
They're keywords.
They're SEO keywords in the keywords place. I listed everything we even mentioned tangentially. You know? Star Wars is in there. God of War is in there. Last of Us is in there. Pokemon is in there.
Yes.
Mario, Zelda. All of them are in there. It's all for clicks.
We've been mentioning PUBG every 30 seconds to keep you interested.
Yeah. New map.
New
Desert.
map. New
PUBG.
map.
Jeff Keighley.
Changes everything.
Game Awards. Changes everything. Opposite of most disappointing was... I was the most surprised ever this year by... Do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
Mario and Rabbids, baby.
Oh, yeah, I did not see that coming.
Like, never before have I gone from hard against to very, very for a game in the span of like one... It was E3. It was because there was a ridiculous leak beforehand with like badass princess. And all that. Like, I was like, wow, this is going to be trash. Like, awful. And then... They showed the trailer, and I was like, oh. And then they showed Miyamoto, like, honoring that guy, and he was, like, getting teary. And I was like, all right, I am in.
Yeah.
This means something to these people. And, oh, man, that game was great.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I really loved it.
It's funny I said it's hard, and to see a comment that says, no, it's not, is the most frustrating thing in the world.
That was my favorite, like... So a lot of reviews for Mario Odyssey were like, it's too easy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mofo, you didn't play that late game content then, because damn.
Yeah.
Like, that's the beauty of Mario Odyssey is, like, yeah, the mainline stuff is easy because it's for everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
You know?
That's how they've been working for a while now, yeah.
That's how they always work. And then, like, if you really want to challenge yourself, if you're a masochist, go for those crazy last ones because we doggies.
Yeah.
Some of those are nuts. You have to do, like, alchemy to jump correctly to get those damn things.
Yeah, it's what I really love that game for a lot of reasons. I think of this thing where my friend was talking to me about Ninja Turtles and how hard it was, and this revelation that's just like, why didn't they just make the Ninja Turtles games easy? Why can't they just let kids have fun being Ninja Turtles?
Well, Turtles in Time, they want quarters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I'm thinking of the NES games.
Back in the day, because they have to last.
Yeah.
Like, that game's 20 minutes long if you can beat it.
But even if it was a 2-hour game where we could just get through it and have fun being Ninja Turtles, we would play it a lot.
Kids would, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Just makes me mad. Makes me mad they made those games so hard.
Part of me wonders, too, like, if... something about just, like, design principles back then, if they, like, hadn't realized or something... Or, like, who they were making games for. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's probably, like, classes about this at, like, universities where it's like, oh, back in the day, they were making games for this specific subset of people and, you know, whatever. Because, yeah, like, some of those, like, Contra and some of those early games are really hard, but some of the difficulty comes from, like, just the controls being limited or, you know, like Castlevania 4 or whatever. Or
Super Castlevania?
Super Castlevania. You're like... This is hard, but part of the difficulty is just because, like, I'm not great at the controls or something.
And your jump is dumb?
Your jump is weird, yeah. And, like, trying to hit something above you is, like, nigh impossible. Like, to the up and to the right or whatever.
Yeah.
Back and to the left. But we're not talking about politics. JFK has been dead for a long time, though.
In 2017... Those papers came out. The report became public knowledge, and nothing changed.
No. Nothing ever changes.
Yeah.
It's like war.
Declassified was the word I was searching for.
Declassified, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. Nah.
I'm sure somebody's dad was thrilled. You know? Like, History Channel dad was like, yeah!
Yeah.
The dad from Gone Home was like, yeah!
But then I think that dad read through, and then it's just like, oh, all the good stuff is still classified.
Oh, yeah? Like, did they know who killed him? Like, what did they declassify? I didn't even care.
Yeah, I don't know what was a revelation.
Right.
I don't know what changed in our public consciousness about what happened.
And frankly, even if you did know, I probably wouldn't care.
Sure.
Yeah. We're not here to talk about that.
Right.
We're here to talk about, what's your favorite MOBA?
Good question. I guess it's League of Legends.
Whoa.
If you're making me choose, but no, I haven't played any of them. But, I mean, I'll take the question seriously.
Yeah.
And basically all I can go by is vibes.
Huh.
And I think I like League of Legends vibes.
Sure, okay. I don't.
What do you dislike about the vibes?
Well, they've reined it in. I just didn't like the visual inconsistency of the characters and like their weird Christmas costumes and stuff. It's like, oh, I'm a slutty Santa Claus now.
Oh, I think they still do that, don't they?
They still, to an extent, but I think that they try harder to make everything seem unified. And like early on, like the art style would change sometimes.
Oh yeah, and they'd like get sued, and they're like, oh yeah, we can't make this guy just look like Blade.
Yeah, that stuff would like really bother me.
Sure.
Because it's like, have a unified art style, please.
Mm-hmm.
Game. I liked Smite at the time. I liked Smite.
Sure.
Heroes of the Storm I feel like never really took off. Certainly not to the extent of like League or Overwatch or anything.
They're still making money though.
Oh yeah,
they won't drop it. I bet we're doing this in 2022. There's still Heroes of the Storm players.
Oh yeah. I feel like Blizzard they don't shutter the doors on products
until they make a sequel, right?
Yeah, they don't turn things off until they've replaced it with the next one.
Yeah.
And if they don't replace it, they just never turn it off.
Yeah.
Although Warcraft 3, I guess, was kind of the last Warcraft proper.
Count it.
But I mean, there's World of Warcraft, there's Hearthstone, they all take place in the same world. I don't know.
All right, yeah, it's not a dead world.
It's not a dead world. People are gonna hate this episode or like it?
They're gonna hate it.
Sweet. That's what we're trying to do here. That's what we aim for. What was your favorite video that we made this year?
That's a really good question too. This is a good interview. I guess Hall of Greats. We started Hall of Greats this year.
Was that this year?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I like Hall of Greats a lot.
Yeah, I like Hall of Greats. I think that's my favorite thing from this year.
They're always very stressful.
Yeah.
It felt good to get one in though.
It was one of my goals. I think one of my goals was to have more event style live streams.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we all
coming
talked
into
about
this
that.
year, and so that was one of them. And then I'll never do more because it's out of my hands now. Group streams.
What do you mean it's out of your hands? Oh, because
the committee chooses now.
After the first few like little growing pains with Peach Beach, whatever.
Yeah.
I think that they've been nailing it.
They have.
Like streams have generally been like better.
Yeah,
I think.
I love like Don's design challenge. You know how fun
amazing.
that was? Yeah.
All these ideas that they come up with.
That one was my idea. That one was my idea.
Wait, that was your idea?
Yeah. And
they've had ideas just like that though.
That's true. That's true.
Like Fancy 15?
Yeah. Well, Fancy 15 is
they called it something else, but
they called it First 15, and I made it Fancy 15 because I just want to like let all our old stuff die.
Yeah, let it die.
Let it die.
We should get back into that game.
No.
Okay.
Just too many new games.
That's true. I should probably try to finish Persona 5. Let's talk about that some more.
Okay.
You hate that game. Do you hate that game?
I don't hate that game.
Is really the reason you stopped because you thought the protagonist was too cool?
No. I didn't like set the controller down and say it wasn't closing the 3DS at the same point
that because they were talking about ultra holes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I have no idea what that is.
I don't even think they're even called ultra holes. I had gotten to a natural stopping point where I said, okay, I get enough of this game. I'm not compelled to see anymore.
I guess that's kind of what happened to me. I mean, I was playing Persona, and then for some reason I thought Nier was like a 10-hour game.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just bang Nier out real quick.
Yeah.
Turns out that's a 50-hour game.
That's a long game, too.
Also, like, man. Like, Nier is good, but the vehement, like, love of it is intense.
Yeah. It makes you dislike a game more.
It makes yeah.
Yeah.
For every person who's like, it makes you want to go like, yeah.
To be honest with you, I know we're not talking about politics, but that's how politics works too.
Yeah.
People are like pushed into a position because of the reactions they see from other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many things are just reactionary.
Yeah.
Defensiveness. That's human existence, man.
Yeah.
We're fragile, bizarre creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Barely functional.
So that's
honestly.
why I really try hard not to like attack Persona 5.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's really funny. Like, I've got this. People always like say I'm hating on everything and stuff, and that I hate people for liking things, which I don't find to be true about myself. But like, that's a perception. Whatever. Like, but I try not to attack people either.
Yeah.
You know. I might say that game is dumb, which means I don't like that game, which means that game's just not for me. But that doesn't mean like you are bad for liking it.
Sometimes that game is dumb, though.
Sometimes that game is dumb.
Sometimes that game is dumb.
Also, like, the thing that people forget is every time someone is speaking, that's their opinion.
Yeah.
Even if people are stating something as fact, they're stating it as fact for themselves. There's no such thing as, like, empirical truths, almost.
Oh, they're totally
I feel
are.
like.
No, what about when that game is dumb?
Oh, well, yeah. Sometimes that game is dumb.
Like
And that's
Mighty
just
Switch Force on the Switch. Wait, what's it actually called?
What is that?
The dumb game where you're stopping on pads.
I have
Mighty
no
Switch
idea.
Force is actually like a whole other game. I'm
I have
sorry
no
that I
idea
brought
what game
that
you're
into
talking
that. Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's like Jump Pad Champions.
Jump Pad Champions.
Yeah.
I
Just
really
a
have
dumb
no
game.
idea what game you're talking about. But I believe you that that's dumb,
Yeah.
and that's empirical truth.
Mighty Switch Force is not a dumb game. Excuse me there.
I mean, yes, there are like scientific truths, like the planet rotates, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and that Mighty Jump Switch Challenge is dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time it's just like, hey, I think this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Persona 5 is cool.
It is. It's a cool game.
The music's really good. I like the style of it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to finish it. I just also don't want to have 80 hours of my life go away.
It's not just that, Ian. It's like the game's about deciding what you do on any given day. This is really where it fell apart for me.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay, now it's Monday, do whatever you want. And that actually, like, I think they think that's freedom, and it is freedom. But for someone like me, that's the opposite. And then you can press that button to see what everybody on the internet did on that given day. So you kind of get the impression there's a right thing and a wrong thing to do.
You just go with the average.
Yeah, that's... And I think they did that to alleviate the stress that I feel, but it didn't at all.
Here's the thing, Persona 5, yeah. Persona 4 and 5 stress me out
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah.
And to the extent that most normal games, like Bloodborne doesn't stress me out.
Mhm.
I'm enjoying failing over and over again and being bad at it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, wanting to go to my job, but also needing to level up my other skills and also going into the dungeon.
Yeah.
Like, that's too intense for me.
Yeah.
And like trying to like romance all these people, like
Yeah.
it's too many. It's choice paralysis.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like dumb to me that like, oh, that's what I did on this day, and now I'm going to bed.
Well, that's something that frustrated me too. Is like, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a game. Obviously, I know, but
Yeah.
like in a day, I could get, if it were real life, I could get all that stuff done.
Yes. I could read on the subway every day.
I could read on the subway every single day. I could go to work
Yeah.
during my shift.
Yep.
I could hit on whoever. I could go jogging with my friend. And then at night I could go into a dungeon. I'd be tired,
Yeah.
but I could do it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think what I need is I need Ben or someone to be like, hey, as long as you're like getting something done every day, you have enough time.
And Ben has said that.
Yeah. You have enough time. Don't
Yeah.
be stressed. Because I'm like constantly worried, like, oh my God, like my knowledge isn't going to be high enough. I'm going to fail this class.
Right. And I wonder about it from a gameplay standpoint, right? From a game design standpoint. If those things are there for you as a player to care about this character's life more,
Right. Yeah.
or if it's there to elongate the game, to put more time in between cutscenes.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like it's the second one. Sometimes I'm feeling like this temple is so big just to put more time between cutscenes.
That's fair. I mean, there were definitely, I beat the first palace.
Yeah, palace.
And was like waiting around for the second palace to begin. And like days and days and days and days in game had gone by. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, shouldn't I at least know like who the next target is? Like, am I doing something wrong?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like it should have moved forward by then. Boy, I tell you, I was playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and that game messed my head up.
So really though,
Like, actually,
you
I
knew it
couldn't-
was going to
I,
be
like,
bad coming in,
I
and
knew,
even then.
yeah, you know that it's going to be like disturbing.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I only did like the one thing that went weird, you know, and I was just like, ugh. It just kind of really, I felt bad.
Whoa.
Yeah. Affecting.
Cool.
I
That's
don't
more you
know.
can say for most games.
Yeah. Gora Goa, though. I loved it.
Cool.
So good. Getting Over It, I really like. I think that's really funny. We played that last week on Easy Update.
It's a good promo.
Yeah.
Click through here to watch last week's episode.
Nah.
Yeah, we're optimized.
Streamlined. So I noticed now that there is a golf course in the distance there across that road.
Oh, you can see people swinging.
There are people golfing over there. So maybe that they put that no golfing sign up.
You go over to your
someone
club.
got confused.
Oh, okay.
Like,
not here.
Is this a sand trap,
This is not.
Marvin,
No golfing.
is this a large sand trap? What is this? That's a baseball diamond, Stella. Oh!
Get over here. Get on the other side of the road. Come on.
Where's the golf course?
Nah, it's out of bounds. Come over here.
Although if Stella hit her ball from over there over on this baseball diamond, that'd be pretty good.
Is that really a golf course?
That guy he's caddying around some golf clubs.
Well, I wonder if that's just a park where for some reason they allow golfing.
I mean, it might, be a little driving range, but it looks like it's well kempt.
Mm-hmm.
A kempt lawn.
Things are nice up here in Burbank.
A lot of dogs, though.
Dogs. They just want to be heard.
Anyway,
2018 I'm actually very hopeful for.
2018.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a cool year.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple of days. Bye.